Everybody, and welcome to another Kumo's Log Care. Here on a Thursday, July 14th, 2016, and yes, it's another day in my life. This is a day after I did a list of the 10 things I hate about smartphones on my last night chat number 26. So yeah, here I am again with another vlog. It's more going to be a top it's not going to be a top 10 things I hate, but it's top 10 things I like about smartphone ownership. This is going to be the polar opposite of what I did yesterday. Now, I had a lot of cool things I actually had a lot of cool things to say about what I hate and what I don't like and what I really don't want in a smartphone. I'm going to give you the top 10 things, and they're going to be quick. And I'm going to tell you what I really want in a smartphone. Honestly, this is a topic that I think a lot of people think of when they have to pay, I don't know, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, anywhere maybe from $50 to $800 for a phone, maybe $50 for a basic one. If you can find an original iPhone 3G for iPhone, the first one from 2007 for nothing, kudos to you because it's probably a relic by now, but it's also very valuable because it's just the first one of its type. So this is 10 things I like about smartphone ownership. Before I get started, I just want to say I had a personal eat slice pizza today with a little bit of with some straight up sweet tea. Amazing. Gave me a lot of energy. Finally feels to eat something that's not your parents'. Since I've been here for about a month now, I think I wanted to eat something that wasn't mine, that wasn't theirs. But anyway, to my list. So I'm gonna go 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Basically like last time. So number 10. The overall prospect of owning one. In the excitement of owning one. I know when I bought my Galaxy S3 Mini, which powers on and it's still got 3% left, so I'm just going to show you. So when I bought this, I liked it. It's really cool. It's a little smashed up now, so it's going to be replaced soon. But it's exciting to own one because, you own something new and you feel good about it. And when I purchased my Samsung S3 Mini 2 years ago for about $95 because they taxed me on the phone for Verizon. Thank you for that. Don't worry, I'm not hitting on you, Verizon. Don't worry. I love you. I love you all the same. This is just for entertainment, guys. This is just my opinion. Everybody else has their own things. Verizon's still good. I mean, yeah, they have to make their money and they beat you over the barrel, but unfortunately, they're gonna beat you. They're gonna beat you in that game anyway. So number 9. Number 9 would be just the overall excitement and experience. I feel this seems like a little too human for me, but when you own a phone, you almost go through phases with it, somewhat like a romance. Except I know there's people out there that be like, you can't compare that to having a girlfriend or something. I'm like, it's sort of like it. It's not. It's sort of like it. It's not completely like it. I technically if I wanted to love somebody, I kind of wanted flesh and bone, guys, right? But there's that sort of phase. There's a honeymoon phase. You first get the phone, you love it, you start playing around with it. You know, you just find out its features, and you get to know it a little bit. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going to marry my smartphone. I get that I'm a car guy, so everybody tells me, you know, well, what's your favorite car? And I'm like, every time I drove a Corvette, which is my favorite sports car in the whole wide world, there's anything, I want to own a Corvette. One of these days, if I get my license, I don't care when I get it, I'm just want to drive a Corvette before I die. A lot of people ask me, oh, do you want to marry the Corvette? It's so hilarious how you go through it. And then eventually, like everything else, you know, after you've had it for a while, you get used to it. It sort of becomes, you know, it sort of becomes a tool after a while, because you got to call people, you can text people. It can facilitate communication, obviously. Now, obviously, you can do that more effectively with a human being than it would be a smartphone. I generally prefer human interaction rather than using a piece of technology. I know there's a bunch of people who are lonely, probably use Siri as a girl. Say, oh, this is my girlfriend. I'm like, don't worry, I'm not hating on you guys either. It's kind of funny. So yeah, there's a certain phase, and then eventually, at the end of the 2-year deal, however long you own the phone, because some people own it for 5 years, or something like that, they fall out of favor with it, and then they decide, I'll go with this newest, greatest, latest thing. Obviously, when I upgrade, I'm not going to be going with the greatest, latest, because I'm going to be getting a phone that's probably a year old, and don't care, because I don't care about plan obsolescence. I just want a phone, guys, that's all. So yeah, and then you trade it away. You do it. Number 8, you guys knew this was going to be longer. No longer. You kidding me? So number 8 would be just the experience with it. It's a whole different thing. I mean, I know we've had iPods and Walkmans in our lives. For those of you who remember Walkmans, I do. I grew up in that era. Mid to late 90s with Walkmans. Remember those? Before that, there were tape decks. There were cassette players. Remember those? If anybody was born in like 1987, 1988, 1989, right in there, you guys will remember tape deck recorders and tape deck players. You can listen to Journey the Rolling Stones on a tape deck. Remember that? I sure remember that. That was hilarious fun. This is when headphones were extremely expensive. So you had to listen to it with the external speaker. But yeah, it was very fun to use. You can listen music into it. Music. You watch YouTube now that we've got more apps. Number 7. I'm going to be quick with 765. Number 7 would be just the overall appeal of owning a smartphone. It's really cool. Really cool to own a smartphone, especially if you have one that you like. If you're going to buy something, guys, especially my younger viewers, you're going to buy something, make sure you like it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you read reviews on it. Make sure you learn all of its problems so that you're going to like it and you're not going to grumble when it turns into a ball of fire. Number 6 would be, as I said, actually, I'm just going to transfer one of my quirks from one of my, my first video. Owning a nice piece of, it's nice to own a piece of property. Something that's in your name, something that you actually spent money on, and You know, something you could feel it's, you know, you feel it's yours, not somebody else's. Somebody else didn't pay $95 for it, and you actually work for the money yourself. My dad paid for the last 2 phones we had. I paid for this one. I'm going to pay for the next one as well as soon as I can get a paycheck. And I'm probably going to upgrade maybe late August, probably, guys. Late August, early September, I don't know. Because I have to be making some moolah to recover it. Number 5 is just the overall experience. The overall, actually, the enjoyability of playing games on it. I'm a big emulator guy. I'm a guy who likes to emulate games. I emulate games on this and on my Samsung, on my Boy Free, which is a Game Boy Advance emulator. And that's one thing I like about it. It's very good. Good graphics. It actually makes the graphics from the GBA pop out better, actually. I've learned this over time. And hopefully with the bigger display, that'll be better. Number 4, actually being responsible for something. Putting your heart and soul to it to make sure you're taking care of it, and something that you need to take care of and that you need to show that you're responsible for. As I said before, my phones have lasted longer than my brother's have over time. My brother didn't have it, as I told you before. My brother, previous video, my brother did not have his Droid Incredible more than 1 year before he had to switch out for Samsung Galaxy Nexus, which ended up going as well. He ended up getting him switching to my dad's Droid, my brother's iPhone 4, my brother's iPhone 4S. Before my brother Chuck went to a 6 Plus, which is ridiculously huge, and so will be my next Droid, hopefully, so I can match the size. Yeah, just being responsible for something. Yes, it's a painful responsibility, but yes, it's a responsibility nonetheless. Number 3, we're getting to the top 3, guys. They're actually improving. I actually like that they're improving the software, improving the batteries, so that people don't have to charge them every 4 seconds. It took them a long time because the first smartphone came out. Actually, you know, you guys want to know a piece of trivia? First smartphone actually didn't come out. First touchscreen smartphone actually did not come out in 2007. It's actually 1994-ish, 95, with some IBM, and it had a touchscreen on it. So, yeah, they're the first mass-produced one, but they're not the first one, obviously. Sorry to rain on Apple's parade, but just need to take those Apple fans down a peg. You know how it is. And Samsung wasn't the first one with the fingerprint scanner. We all know the government came up with that, of course. Well, Samsung and Apple, we know that they didn't come up with that. They just came up with the civilian version. But yeah, all these cool little features and everything. And it's going to roll into number 2. I like it that they have all these little innovative little features on these smartphones to make them cool. They're starting to put health apps in them. I know Samsung has S Health. I don't know what Droid's going to have. I'm probably going to have to download some health app on that. It's custom. And just overall technology is getting, just the overall apps are getting better. People can play games a lot smoother. People can record videos smoother. It's kind of a pity, but you guys want to know what megabyte this front camera is? 1.3. Yours truly is shooting videos at 1.3 megabytes. Not megabytes. Getting the data sizes here. Yeah, megapixels. 1.3 megapixels. That's it. The front one, the front one's only 3. The front one's only the back one's only 3. You guys believe that? Quality videos. A little grainy if you guys can't see it. My face isn't quite up there, and my hair's aloof. Sorry, it's really hot today here. It's like 80 degrees or something like that. But number one, and this is my favorite one. Number one, that they actually are something we strive to own, and something that we want to own, and something that we want to see get better, so that we can have customization in the future. All right, so that's my top 10 for things I like about smartphone ownership and smartphones in general. So yeah, you guys are probably wondering, where's this video going? Well, I wanted to talk about just what I want to see in a smartphone. What I want to see in a smartphone is this. I said this at the end of my first video, the NightChat 26, which is going up soon, actually, as we speak. As I speak, actually, to you guys. What do I want to see in a smartphone? I want to spec up a smartphone. I don't want a generic smartphone. I want to spec one up. One that can fit my price category. If I want to spend $500 on a smartphone, I want to spend $500 on a smartphone. And I want to have the right features. Obviously, these manufacturers think, oh, we know what to build. They don't. They, as I said before, my number one of one things I hate is you can't really, there's not a phone that really fits everything. Everybody's budget, everybody's preferences, and everybody else's wants. Here's my ideal smartphone. How would I spec it? Here's what I'd do. I take a Motorola chassis. Take a Motorola Pure Edition chassis. I would take the battery out of a. I'd take the battery out of this. This is a 4,000 milliamp hour battery that's sitting right here in this Samsung tablet that I'm talking on right now. I take that, I put a Snapdragon, I put the latest Snapdragon processor on it, give it the best RAM, give it power saving measures. Give it ultra power saving measures, and you get that in the Droid Pure Edition. I think is a 5.4 5.4 inch display. I think it's the same as the Droid Turbo 2, and I give it tons of accessories. I give it the option to project films. I give it the option to be a speaker. And I would ask to allow buyers to choose one when they order it, when they pre-order it. And switch these accessories out for a small fee, or buy the accessories for a small fee. Now, I'm not going to say 50, 60 bucks. I'm going to say 20, 30, maybe 40 bucks for each accessory. and give them the best of the best for the least amount. Now this is for people who are, now this smartphone would probably be $550, maybe $600. For a low-end smartphone, oh yeah, for camera wise, I give it a 21 megapixel camera. I give it a 15 to 16. I give it to a 14 to 16 megapixel camera on the back. I give it 8 on the front, just to not maintain those small grainy photos like you're seeing right now on this one. I give it a home button, fingerprint scanner, and everything else. Now, for a low-end phone, I do this. What I do, and this is a good recipe, is I take the chassis of a Samsung. I take the chassis of a iPhone SE, and I'd make it into this, and I'd make a chassis like that. Maybe just a slightly smaller screen, maybe 4.5 inches, probably. I give it a 25 in that size. I could probably give a 2,000 to maybe 2,500 milliamp hour battery. I give it the latest greatest processor. I give it a low end processor, guys. Probably maybe a Zorano's or a Snapdragon, maybe a 615 that they put in the Droid Max 2. And maybe a 10 to 12 megapixel camera on the back, maybe a 5 on the front, maybe a 5 on the front here. I wouldn't give it any high-end features. The difference would be that the low-end one, oh yes, and power saving and everything else. Probably I'd sell that for $300 less than the top end one. Probably selling that for around $300, $350, and I call it a day. And I charge for activation fees. It would depend on the size of the phone. For the 5.5-inch phone, it would be, for the 5.5-inch phone, it would be $20. No, it would be $10. For the smartphone, it would be $5. I give them a warranty for. I give them warranty for nothing. I give them a warranty for $10. Cover that for 2 years and have them extend that for another another 2 years. Overall, if you own the phone, along with, and what data plans would I run with these? You guys are going to be really amazed. So for 1 gig, $5. 2 gigs, 10. For 3 gigs, 15. 420. 525. 6 for $30, and for both phones. And also, I give the option of, and also to pay off the phone, I would still keep the no contract thing going, or I'd let the customer pay right up front. Give them the option, and make sure to let them pay in, and actually give them the option to pay over a couple billing periods. Maybe if they don't have those extra couple of dollars, maybe they can do it. And with all the fees and everything, the phones really shouldn't come out too much. I'm thinking for a single person to own one of these phones, if you choose the oh yeah, and the unlimited data would be, you'd have gigs up to 10 gigs. and that'd be close to $50. And then the unlimited would be probably $70. That's better than what most people are doing right now. Most people are charging $120, $140, $150 for unlimited. That's insane. And I'd really like to see that happen because, as I said, the cost is really bad. Yeah, because I want to tell two extremes. And in terms of gig size, I'd allow the consumer to here's what I'd do. Give the consumer a voucher to buy the SD card that they want. If they want a 16, give them a voucher for that. 32, 40. You know, that kind of be good for phone manufacturers and maybe phone carriers to do since they're cheap anyway. To not do that. Or just allow them to upgrade their size over time with no fee. Buy the phone and then upgrade the size of your phone, the internal memory, through programming for free. After you buy the phone, bring the chip in, put it in, expand the memory, and you'd have that. That'd be awesome. But obviously, it's a dream. They won't do it. Because the phone companies are obviously phone companies and the phone carriers are obviously way too smart for me. But I think I just set a brainwave. Alright, everybody. That's enough for me here. This has been a long rant. Here for the top 10 things I like about smartphones and what I want to see for smartphones in the future. Maybe what we could do for customization. So everybody, as always, long live America. God bless America. God bless everybody's spirit. It was deceased, including my grandmother and my grandfather. Amen to both of them. And this is Mike Kamo signing out here on July 14th, 2016. Signing out, guys. Good day.